Favourite three? I'd have to go with Stranger in This Town, Richie Sambora. And then I'd have to go Dark Side of the Moon by Floyd. And I'd have to go... it's tough to be put on the spot, innit? I'd have to go Backstreet Sympathy by Symphony by Thunder. Great album. Love Thunder. Thunder. So underrated, Thunder, aren't they? I mean, I know the mainstream and people know them, but they were so... You see, I mean, there's Appetite and things like that, but I think that they're too commercial for me, albums. Like, I love them. I love Guns N' Roses and I love the Jovies and everything, but it's too overplayed. I prefer to listen to something that's not as popular, if that makes sense. But like Lynan, the lead guitarist, he'd pick a Yes album, and Rik, the bassist, would probably pick a Thin Lizzy album. Birch is Jovi through and through, so there's but like old Jovi, you cut him and he'd bleed Bon Jovi. It's ridiculous. And Gaz would probably like. Don't know with Gaz. Gaz is really hard. The other guitarist. He kind of likes his Avenged Sevenfold and bands like that. He's into all of those type bands. He likes the kind of edgier style rock, which is great, which is what he brings to us. He brings that little cutting edge difference other than that 80s classic rock kind of guitar style. When you merge them together, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they'd be my three off the top of my head.
With Thunder, I think like after Backstreet Symphony, it was Laughing on Judgment Day, wasn't it? Which wasn't so great. And then Behind Closed Doors came out just as grunge was fucking hitting, and then they sort of went quiet, and I thought that was them finished. But they've come back, haven't they? And they are fantastic. You just can't beat them.
The final shows Thunder have actually done, but there's been quite a few, hasn't there?
I think the last time I saw them was back in. I don't know. I'm not one of these. I don't know. I'd seen them so many times back in the day, and I saw them at Plymouth Pavilions. I think that was the last time I saw them. I just didn't. I don't know. I didn't want it to be ruined. It was like, do you remember Skin? A band called Skin with Devin McDonald.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. I only saw them once. I wouldn't want to see them again because I wouldn't want it to be ruined. It's like the Almighty. Big Almighty fan. And they're back. They've reformed. Ricky's got them back going. I wouldn't want to see them again. I'd want to remember them from there, don't you? Do you know what I mean? So yeah. From that,
I did the same with Coverdale. Because I was obsessed with Coverdale. I went watching them. First time round was with Gary Moore, Whitesnake, and I think it was Y&T off the top of my head.
Right.
And he was phenomenal. And then the next time I went watching him, I just thought he was having a bad show. His voice sounded kind of shot to pieces. Yeah. And then the more and more you hear it on and these guys have been touring, and I could never imagine to be that at that level, if you like. But it must be so hard for a vocalist to keep the voice in shape for that many years with that many shows under the belt. So I've nothing against it, but it just kind of ruins the. I feel it like ruins his legacy, if you like, in a way. The fact that he's kind of going out there and people hear him for the first time don't realise how much of a vocalist he was and what he was all about, Yeah. It's and the same with Jovi, but if it's all you've ever known all your life, you don't want to retire, do you?
But you don't want to. No, absolutely not. You're right, man. All right. So what about your three favourite vocalists?
Vocalists would be Sambora's up there for me. Fantastic. I love his blues style and his rasp to his voice and things. And then I would go Freddie, obviously, because he's Freddie and he's number one, isn't it? And then I'd probably go Robert Plant on top of that. Yeah.
That's a great choice. Fantastic. Absolutely. What about three bands to go on a tour with? Dream bands, dead or alive?
Oh, dead or alive? I'm trying to think if it would be musical this, or if we were like chilling out backstage and hanging about with each other.
Yeah.
So musically, okay.
Yeah.
Queen, just because the shows were amazingly big, and it would always be a big show. And then I would have to go Led Zeppelin. And I wouldn't mind doing this Aussie one that's coming back around, because I think that'll be a
That's going to be killer. Have you got a ticket?
No, I haven't. No, I was hoping we were going to be chief support on it, but they've not got back to me.
They're not. Oh man, get on to them. Get on to them.
I will try and get tickets for it, but it's if I can make it, If I can make it.
It'll be
Extreme coming around again. Extreme's new album's fantastic, and they're coming around our neck of the woods, aren't they? In August. I wouldn't mind going and watching Extreme, watching Nuno live. That's on the bucket list.
Absolutely. I saw someone saying on Facebook about the Black Sabbath thing and Aussie and everything. It's like, well, don't worry about it. If you can't get a ticket, it'll be on YouTube within a few hours. So,
yeah.
Isn't it?
In fact, I'm going to change Aussie. I'm going to put Earl Smith in there. Just because Steven Tyler is one hell. He's probably the best frontman out of a lot of them, Tyler. Yeah, he's incredible. Absolutely. I watched Earl Smith at Download with AC/DC quite a few years ago, and yeah, live, vocally, stage presence, he's up there. And maybe Prince as well, just to throw another one in the
Prince. I remember again. I'm showing my age, right? I remember when Prince was on the front cover of Kerrang. It was like it was so fucking contentious. I think this is 1985 when Purple Rain came out. What an album that is! It's fantastic. Yeah, this was a kick-ass guitarist.
Yeah,
yeah. There was major what are they doing? I think it was issue number 50 or something ridiculous. Kerrang. Yeah, he was back in the day. Right, show me age, man. Shut up. Do you have? Which 3 countries that you've never been to would be the ultimate place to take your band on tour to?
Ooh, I like Japan. I'd like to do Osaka in Japan, just because you hear you watch all these bands that have done it, Danger Danger, and tons of them, and I like the live. I like the live feel and how much the crowd are in there. And then I'd like to go to Sweden as well. I think that's reachable, though, Sweden.
Yeah.
I think we can do that, hopefully this year or next. And then probably somewhere in Russia. There's tons of bands going to Russia at the minute, isn't there?
Yeah. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Which musician would you have in your car for a 24-hour road trip, dead or alive?
For 24 hours, I'd probably go Axl Rose, just because I think he'd have so many interesting stories. So,
yeah, I'd get my namesake Sebastian back. You probably want to kick him out halfway, though, wouldn't you? Because he wouldn't shut up.
That's what I was thinking. Yes, Seb would be cool, wouldn't he? Sebastian would be great to have in there, because he's an all-round nice guy as well, isn't he? I think even if he started annoying him, he'd just tolerate you, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Totally.
So,
yeah. All right. So, if there was a song about your personality, a made-up song, what would it be called?
Bloody hell! Put me on the spot here, Seb. A made-up song about my personality.
Yeah.
Would probably be called "Let's Go." It's already a song name. Nobody's Fool. Tom Kiefer.
Cinderella. Good song, right? Classic. Okay. Which song from your album would wake you up in the morning?
Ooh, City Sights. Air raid sirens at the beginning of it. They'd probably be needed to get me out of bed.
Yeah.
And then thumping bass line, and then the drums kick in. Yeah.
Kick ass. All right. Do you prefer festivals or small intimate gigs to perform at?
Love the festivals. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the smaller gigs. You can kind of control the crowd a little bit more, in my opinion. But yeah, the festivals, because you meet so many people that probably haven't come to see you at festivals as well. Whereas the smaller intimate gigs, they're either to watch you or support, or you or your headlining. For us anyway at this stage. Whereas at a festival, you're meeting all kinds of new people and winning over a new crowd. So one, you've got to work a little bit harder, and two, you're meeting a load of new people and putting your story across to them, which is 10 times more entertaining than the same crowd that are coming out to see if you're playing locally, you know.
Absolutely. Do you prefer vinyl or digital?
Oh, I don't have a vinyl player.
Right.
I prefer the sound of vinyl. I prefer the convenience of digital.
Right.
So can I have both?
Yeah.
If I have to put one, it's going to be digital. If you ask the bass player, it would be complete opposite. And then the rest of us would probably be digital as well.
Fish and chips or lager?
Lager.
Good answer.
Lager.
All right, man. I want to thank you so much for your time.
Hey guys, this is Rik from Heaven's Rain. Check out SEBS666. It'll rock your world. 666.